All right, now the wax myrtle is a native plant. Uh, it forms little bitty whitish blueberries in the leaves. If you take and boil the leaves and the berries, you can skim the wax off the water, the top of the water. You boil them in water, the wax comes up. The pioneers used this to make candles back in the day. Now, anybody that makes beeswax candles, you have not lived until you put some of this fragrance in your candles. Believe me, people love it. So that will be rooted also. Like and subscribe. Thank you. I'll start off. Let me find my little clippers. I start off by just cutting slopes on it, or slants. That way, it just puts more into the mixture. Now, sassafras is a fast-growing tree, extremely fast, if you can ever get it to root. It has a habit of rooting off suckers off the mama tree. So I just keep trimming it. Oh, how about that? And I cut them about, oh, let me see. It don't matter. I cut them about 6 or 8 inches long. I'm not going to go into all these because I even tried planting the very tips, as I can show you right here, the little bitty tips. And I tried planting the bigger ones. Now what I do is this. I have rooting hormone. Right here, I have a 5-gallon bucket. Inside this bucket is a gallon of water, 1 whole onion pulverized in a mixer, poured in the water, and 3 aspens. So what I do, all this is rooting compounds. It all helps, supposedly. Here's the one I just cut, the 2 cuts, into the water. And people, you got to smell this, it's pretty strong. In fact, it's really strong. Okay? And there it is. Now, get this out of my face. Now, here's one of the things I did. After doing it and the onion, aspen, rooting compound. So I did one, just like I showed you right there. I'm going to just stick it right here. All right. Now, that's in a cup. Pot. No problem. Now this one, because I've tried everything in the world, people. I came here where I cut the slope, the slant. And I start this. Trying to give it more area. Just a regular old razor knife. All right. Now, to make sure I didn't mess up, I'm going to dip it back in the onion solution. Now, into the rooting solution. Cover the whole area I just scraped. And I forgot my towel. Now, I got that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this, lay it in the towel, fold the towel up over the root, fold it over that, and roll it up. And this is what you got. Into the onion and aspen solution. Alright? Now after I've done that, I got a towel soaked in the solution with root compound. Okay. And if you'll look here, now this is fig, this is not sassafras. You see what you come up with. I must have right here close to 150 figs. And figs are easy because they're starting to bloom out, blossom out, leaves are starting to grow. So these are fixing to be potted quick. I started rooting these on 6/21, and I think today is like 28th, 29th. Okay. Now, next step, I'm going to escort you to the back porch and show you what I've tried with the rest of it. Okay, like I told you, this is sassafras. These have been here 2 weeks. They suckers. They grow off mama's roots. And they're extremely hard to get any roots with them out of the ground. This has been here for 2 or 3 weeks. Out of all of them, I got one, hopefully. These 2 were blooming and they died off. I don't know why. Now here's the fun part. Here's 50 more of them. Sassafras. Now, look, what I do is I'll take a box like from Sam's. I put the plastic inside all the way around where the water can't hurt the pasteboard box, and then I cover them up. It's a miniature hothouse, and it's efficient, fast. When I finish, I burn the box. I've got no trash, nothing to store, nothing to worry about. Oh, an afterthought. I like afterthoughts. Sometimes they work. I remember back, my grandfather, especially along the creek bank by the house, he'd go out there along that river bank, creek bank, and tear limbs off of willow trees and walk across the mud flat, and you stick it in the ground and keep going. 3 or 4 months later, he'd have a willow tree. So, what I have to lose? I came out here in my tomato patch, and I started sticking sassafras. If it grows, it grows, and if it don't, it don't. Nothing to lose. Oh, I checked my subscribers, and I had a lady call me and say, about to freak out. Her figs were not getting ripe. They stayed green. Would I please address that? And I said, yeah. So I'm fixing to do a video on that in the next few minutes. Try to tell her why they staying green, they hadn't turned brown. Bug here. I've been rooting a lot of trees and stuff in my lifetime, but I tend to stick with native trees, like your native persimmon tree, okay? It's really not hard to do. You find you a good limb and root it out, and with any luck at all, in a couple of weeks, you will have 4, 5, 6, 8 native persimmon trees.